How was it?
It felt okay in the car, but kind of a little slow. What are we? Fifth and eighth? Well, it depends on what Pato is here. If he's better than us lap 2, what, 5th and 9th will be? Yeah.
How much did you learn from this morning's practice? It wasn't really all that helpful.
So we're definitely 9th on the second race. What did we learn? No, I mean, I was happy with my car. I thought we had a little bit more speed in it, but doesn't seem like it.
You had the feedback after the tire test. I read, we all saw the quotes and all that stuff. Did they get back to you about any changes they made for this weekend?
No, they don't tell us. They just ask for our feedback, and then they make the decision of what they want to, or what they decide to bring. So all we can do is just give our feedback.
The high line, they had the practice early today. Indy Next were able to use it. Do you think it's going to come in at all in the race at all, or no?
No, unless there's just some deck we haven't seen. You might see high line passes when people are coming out of the pits. Maybe you can get a little dicey there, but once everyone's up and rolling, I don't see it working in.
The modification of the aero package and all that stuff for this year, do you think it's going to have any effect at all, or no?
No, it's all tire. If we would have had a more deggy tire, it was going to be a lot more reminiscent of old Iowa. Old Iowa, you couldn't run the second lane in the beginning of a stint. You only saw it after maybe 40 laps. And that's when people started getting creative. And that's what we need. We need, 2 or 3 second difference from the start of the stint to the end of the stint. And that's what's going to bring... Oh, I'm so sorry. That's what's going to bring the outside lane, and you need deg for that. We don't have enough deg with this one, and which is a shame because Colton and I tested here end of last year. It was a lot colder, but even with that, we had Firestone brought an alternate tire, I believe it was. I think it was Nashville alternate, and it was about 3 seconds of deg towards the end of the stint, and it opens up windows for strategy. It opens up windows to ultimately passing, making the outside lane work. I'm not quite sure why they decided to come with this. But
the spin after you were pulling out during practice.
Oh,
Is that something to be concerned about during the race?
For sure.
Yeah, why?
You're pushing there, man, because the pit speed limit ends so much earlier than that, and there's pretty much a free-for-all. The faster you get out of there, you can definitely gain some track position, but you have to be careful because it's quite bumpy, and I mean, I got caught off guard there, and it's definitely maybe not a race ender, but it definitely puts you in the back foot if you have that in the race.
So you hit a bump there.
Yeah, it's bumpy there, and it was, I believe it was right when I went to second, and it was just, I misjudged the spool from the engine, and coupled with the bump, I just kind of lost the rear. And, it's not the first time that it happens here. It's always been kind of a known that it's like, hey, be chill, not chill. You don't want to leave, time on the table, but you definitely have to have on the back of your head, like, hey, things can go south so quickly there.
Is there another track on the schedule like that?
Like which one?
With the pit road exit opportunity area to kind of make up some ground, like you're saying?
I would say, Gateway, when we didn't have the 2-stage, Milwaukee entry, that entrance to pit lane is pretty gnarly. But I don't think so.
I'm not trying to dump on you, but I was curious, when was the last time that a mistake like that, entry or exit on a pit road, happened to you?
I've had that exact one happen maybe 3 years ago in a practice as well.
Okay.
You're testing the limits, That's when you want to be testing them, so you know exactly where it is and where it lies in the race. You don't want to be experimenting in the race.
Pato, is this going to be a fuel race or a tire race?
I believe it's going to be a fuel race.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of make the mileage? Because that's kind of not favored your engine this year.
I think you just want to drag it as long as you can, because the tire just doesn't have enough deg to give, an opportunity to guys behind. Maybe if they're new tires and you're lap 90, they maybe can get a run on you, but it's not super easy. Like, it's just so fast on that low lane, man. It's so fast. We're just breathing, you know. We used to be boom boom boom, you know. Now we're just kind of whoa. So I really hope I'm in the wrong. I really would like the second lane to come in play.
One more? See you running the second lane?
No, I'm gonna let other people try.
Yeah, there you go.
I think starts and restarts you can bank on it a little bit more, but once everybody's up to speed, I'll gladly be a spectator on that, and then maybe I'll start trying it. It just depends where you're at. You know, if you're in the back, you definitely start risking a little bit earlier. But I tried it a little bit in practice, and I had an okay moment. Nolan had a almost huge shunt. So it's just tough. It's tough to know when it's going to give it to you or not.
So we just know the line for optimism to get up there is more than Santino, right?
I mean, I think everybody wants to make it work. The problem is sometimes you go up there, you're definitely risking, like, is the car going to stick or not? You know, it sticks when everyone's running it, but not when you're the only one. Save it. I just think a different tire would. I definitely think a different tire would help quite a bit. Just a tire that degs more from start to finish. That'll open up the options to running that second groove, because you're not going to be running that second groove flat out. Thanks, guys.
Major channel announcement. Do you love NASCAR coverage? Well, as part of Frontstretch building its platform, we're now offering an option for paid subscribers. For just $3.99 a month, you'll be rewarded with exclusive content you can't find anywhere else. Beyond the cockpit interviews as soon as they drop. More of the pit road and bullpen weekend content that keeps you coming back to see the who's who of NASCAR explain all of their on and off track conduct. We'll even be doing some where are they now pieces, taking a look at former drivers and owners that made an impact on the sport. Want more direct contact with your favorite Frontstretch reporters? No problem. We'll give you a chance to communicate directly with monthly Q&As. Your questions are what drives us to find answers. That's why we're here. The best seat at the track and the best view on the net for all of your quality motorsports coverage. Come take the green flag with us.